Next thing we're going to do is take a look at a little bit more difficult problem where you use the mean to find the answer to the problem. Liana played in many neighborhood soccer games. This season, Liana's average number of points for her first 3 games was 7. She scored 5 points in her 4th game. What is the minimum score that she must get in her next competition to bring her average score back to at least a 7? So we're going to start by making a chart. Game numbers 1, 2, and 3, the average score was a 7, but we don't know what the points were. Her 4th game, we don't have an average, we do have the number of points at a 5. The 5th game, we know that the average, which is a goal, is a 7, but we don't know how to get there. So that is our variable. So the next thing we got to do then is figure out how to get these scores so that we can figure out our average. To do that, we can take A as average, the number of points right here, and divide it by the number of games, competitions, or assignments if we're doing that kind of a word problem. So we move to step 3. We know the goal for the final average, but we need to know how she can get there. So we're going to go a few more steps. Step 1. The goal is right here. It's a 7. We also too know that if each of those 3 games was about 7 points, 3 times 7 gets us 21. So that's 21 points. This right here, if you take game 1, game 2, game 3, you add them together, that's what you get. And we know that in game 4, she had 5 points, so we put it here. Then we have to figure out what the 5th game is. Well, you don't know, so we're just going to call it F for 5th game. We know then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. To find the average, we divide by 5. So we get 26 divided by 5 plus a 5th game that we don't know. We can just put it off to the side. So our next steps then. To get the F by itself, let's start by taking care of this. We can get rid of the divide by 5 by doing the opposite of divide, which is to multiply. So we multiply by 5, they cancel each other out. If we did that on one side of the equal sign, we have to do it on the other. Multiply this by 5. 5 times 7 gets us 35. Third step. That leaves us with 35 is equal to 26 plus something. So we can just subtract the 26 here, get rid of it, leave us with F by itself. We can take 35, subtract 26 from that, and we get 9. So then we know that here, instead of F, we need 9. Let's check, see if it works. We know that games 1, 2, and 3 get us 21 points. Game 4 gets us 5 points. And if game 5 is a 9, if we add these together, get a 35, divide by how many games we played. If it was 5, 5 times 7 is 35. Therefore, her new average does meet the goal.